Today, JSP using Java Bean concept I given. These three actions we use bean. Second one, set property. Third one, get property. Here, use bean. What purpose we use this one? To create an object to a Java Bean class. Set property to call setter methods of a Java Bean. Get property to call getter methods of a Java Bean. Now, how to use, we'll see. Yesterday, examples I given. Okay. Now, how to use these all, we'll see. Use bean, set property, get property. It is used to create an object to a Java Bean class. It is used to call setter methods of a Java Bean. It is used to call getter methods of a Java Bean. Okay. How to create Java Bean, how to access Java Bean, we'll see now. Say file, new, dynamic web project. Suppose project name something bean. Project name something bean I given. Next. Generate XML, finish. Now right click, new, first one Java Bean. So one class we have to write. The class. Name of the class, suppose message bean. Finish. Here, private string message. And here, implements serializable. Okay. Now, for this, setter getter methods. So here source, generate setters and getters. Then select, generate, created. Okay. This is Java Bean. Suppose package name bean I given, message bean, get message, set message. See, this bean, how to access in JSP, you are going to see. First write this one, message bean.java. Message bean.java. Message bean.java. Return message, set message. This dot message equal to message. But here this compulsory, here this not required. Why? Here this dot message you are right. Here this dot message not required. Here local variable name also message. That's the reason it is required. Here local variable is not there, no? That's what implicitly this. Here implicitly this dot message, here explicitly this dot message. Okay. Is it over? This Java bean, how to access in JSP. See, according to 7 rules. One rule, public. Second rule, implement serializable. Third rule, package. Fourth rule, default constructor. Fifth rule, private. Sixth rule, setter getter. Seventh rule, public. Okay, all 7 rules it is followed. Now, how to access? We'll see. Right click, new JSP file. Here, bean.jsp. Next, finish. Bean.jsp. Now, first we have to create an object to a Java bean class. We have to create an object to a Java bean class. If it is normal core Java, what we'll do? Message bean MB equal to new message bean. You'll write. Okay. Message bean MB equal to new message bean. This one you'll write in a scriptlet. This one you'll write in a scriptlet. For importing package, which element will write? Which element? Page directive. So page import equal to bean dot star. Import equal to bean dot star. Okay. Like this you can write. With this, bean package imported, message bean class object created. But instead of writing 2 lines, you can write like this also. Bean dot. Here also bean dot. Like this you can write. But instead of this one, another style, another one, what we can do is we can write like this. JSP colon use bean. ID equal to MB. ID equal to MB. Class equal to bean dot message bean. Bean dot message bean. See, like this you can write. So instead of this line, you can write like this also. But it is better. It appears like a HTML. It is a tag name. These 2 attributes. These are attribute values. Values must be quoted. Prefix JSP. With this line, message bean class object created, that object referred by MB. Okay. After creating, if you want to call setter method, now with that MB, you can call set message, you can pass some data. See what we'll do, see here. If you want to call like this, you'll write MB dot set message and something welcome. Like this you'll write. But now instead of this new style, JSP colon set property. Name equal to MB. Whatever is given ID, that is we have to write. After this, property. Property equal to variable name, message. Okay. After this, value equal to welcome. Like this. See, it is old style, it is new style. Now this is no need to write. If you write like this, with this MB, setter method called, that is set message, the value welcome passed. If you want to retrieve, same style, you can write JSP colon get property. Otherwise, expression. Name equal to MB. Property equal to message. Okay. Now use bin, set property, get property. That is created. These all I'll write here HTML body. You can write HTML code. Suppose level 1 heading. BG color red. Text color yellow. If I run this program, see, right click, run on server, save. This program, every line appears like HTML. Bean.jsp. See, the JSP communicates with Java Bean. It will print welcome. What is the use of this one? I'll explain. Just you write this code. Bean.jsp. See, you observe every line, it appears like HTML. Every line. See, it is HTML, it is HTML, it is HTML, but these are JSP, but appears like HTML. See, in this program, normal Java code is not there. Everything appears like HTML, tags and attributes. See, every line tag is there. It is 100% tag based application. Full-fledged tag based program. See, every line tag is there. So, with this line, object created to this class, that object referred by MB. With this line, with that object reference, setter method called, that is set message method. Welcome passed as a parameter. With this line, getter method called with this object reference. Okay, like that printed. But what is the use this one? You observe further what will happen. Suppose it is one JSP. It is one JSP. Here, If you write a code to connect database and if you performs any task here, like this will write. Here JDBC will write. But instead of this, what you can do is one Java bean you can prepare, which is common to all JSPs. Like this you can create. Here Java bean you can connect to database. Here JSPs you can access. This is Java bean. Now what will happen? Which are common to all JSPs? That code you can write here. And suppose here employee table you are using. Here student table you are using. Table name through setter method set. Through getter method get the result. Through setter method table name set. Through getter method get the result. Then what will happen? Java bean contains common data for these two JSPs. Through setter method you can set. Through getter method you can get. Whatever required you can get it. Whatever you want you can pass, you'll get it. Here you can pass something, you can get it. That is a benefit. And also, if you create a Java bean, whatever you retrieve data from database, that is we can place in Java bean memory. That is you can access in any other JSPs also. So further what will happen? MVC framework will be there. MVC concept. Suppose MVC last topic I'll teach. The diagram is there. I'll show you. Suppose this is diagram. This diagram here. You observe from database will retrieve the data. From database will retrieve the data. This data I'll place in Java bean. It is Java bean. This data I'll place in Java bean. This Java bean data I'll access in JSP. So through this class I'll place in through setter methods I'll place here. See setter methods. Through setter methods I'll place the data. Through getter method here. Through getter method I'll retrieve the data. Here getter methods. I'll retrieve the data from bean. Through setter method will set the data. Through getter method will get the data. Now this one can hold the data. Whatever you retrieve data from database temporarily stored in the bean. You can access in other programs also. Through this program we are setting. Through this program we are getting. But today what I did, through this program only I am setting. Through this program only I am getting. Further what we'll do, with one program will set. With another program will get. So once if you said, anywhere you can access, anywhere you can call get. But again and again, no need to retrieve from database. Whatever you retrieve, that is placed in bin. You can access other locations. That is a benefit. It holds the data. So one record you'll bring from database. That is, it holds. You can access later any other location. That purpose we use. This is MVC concept. What is MVC? Why we need MVC? You'll understand further sessions. But at the time we require Java bean. Further, you are going to learn MVC frameworks to develop internet application. All software companies are using MVC frameworks only. MVC frameworks, what will happen? M, model, V, view, C, controller. Model nothing but Java bean. View nothing but JSP. Controller nothing but Soulet. Soulet, JSP, Java bean. If we combine these three to develop internet application, more advantages are there. That is the reason software companies are using only MVC frameworks. But directly MVC framework you cannot understand. That is the reason first this MVC you have to learn. For this MVC, Soulet required, JSP required, Java bean required. That's what you are learning these all. For these all, core Java required. That's what core Java will learn. But directly internet application you cannot build with MVC framework. Like MVC framework, if you want to learn MVC framework, first this MVC required. Whatever I have shown diagram, that MVC required. That MVC purpose, this knowledge required. For this knowledge purpose, core Java required. Like that. After joining in the company, you are going to develop internet applications, enterprise applications, mobile application, distributed application. This type of applications only you are going to develop. But no calculating, like a calculating factorial, square root, Armstrong number, these are not required after getting a job. That is before getting a job, to check your logical skill, that type of question they'll ask. But after getting a job, no factorial, no square root, no Armstrong number. Those are already we have libraries. No need to write logic. This type of logic is required. So for getting job in MNC, C language, core Java, Oracle, these three important. After getting a job, advanced Java, J2EE, Solid, MVC frameworks, Spring Core, Spring MVC, Spring ORM, these all required after getting a job. So these all, if you learn after getting a job also, you can survive. Otherwise, only with core Java knowledge also you cannot survive. You will get a job, but after getting job, it is not possible to survive. That's what these also required. Okay. Now you are learning to get a job, to survive. Both you are learning. Okay. Like this, we can access Java bin in a JSP. This is further while teaching MVC framework. While teaching, this is MVC framework concept is there. Last topic. This MVC framework. MVC architecture I'll explain. MVC program I'll explain. After advanced Java, you will learn MVC framework. There are so many MVC frameworks in the market. See, just if you open Google, if you type MVC frameworks, how many appears you observe? MVC frameworks. See, how many MVC? Web application framework software, MVC, model view controller. See, how many frameworks are there? So many MVC frameworks are there. See, so many MVC frameworks. These all MVC frameworks are there. MVC frameworks, like even Java MVC frameworks also separate we have. Java MVC frameworks. See, only Java related also we have. Like this. Many frameworks available in the market. These all frameworks, no need to learn. One framework learn. Only one. That is best one, Spring MVC. Best option. After joining the company, they may give another framework also. But with one framework knowledge, other frameworks you can understand easily. Because already you have advanced Java knowledge. With that, you can understand. So this with this advanced Java, any MVC framework you can understand. So one MVC framework learn. Enough. No need to learn all. Okay. One database, one MVC framework, one IDE, one concept enough. After getting job, they may give other IDE, they may give other database, they may give other MVC. If they give anything, you can learn yourself with this knowledge. Okay. Now, we have some more actions. Still 4 actions are there. What are those? JSP : plugin. Next. Fallback. Next. Params. Next. Param. Those all required for applets. Applet is outdated. Just only description I'll give. Next. JSP using applets. To access an applet in a JSP, we use the following actions. JSP : plugin. JSP : fallback. JSP : params. JSP : param. To access an applet in a JSP, we use the following actions. To access an applet in a JSP, we use the following actions. Plugin, fallback, params, param. To access an applet in a JSP, we use the following actions. Plugin, fallback, params, param. Now, first one, plugin. JSP colon plugin. It is used to include an applet in a JSP. It is used to include an applet in a JSP. It is used to include an applet in a JSP. Syntax. JSP colon plugin. JSP colon plugin. Here attributes. JSP colon plugin attributes JSP colon plugin close. It is open tag, it is close tag. It is equivalent to both open and close. It is indicates close tag. It is prefix, it is tag name. That is many times you have seen. Okay, no need to write again and again. Now attributes. Note on attributes. First one, type equal to. Second one, code. Third one, width. Fourth one, height. First one, type. Second one, code. Third one, width. Fourth one, height. Type equal to here applet. Code equal to applet class name. Width equal to number of pixels. Height equal to number of pixels. Attributes, type equal to applet, code equal to applet class name, width equal to number of pixels, height equal to number of pixels. Say, already you studied applet is a Java program which runs in browser. That is while teaching Soulets I given. While teaching Soulets, applets versus Soulets. I given no? It is actually, it is not required. That's what I'm not giving this applet program also. It is outdated. In future, these attributes may use for other purpose. Because it is not specific to public. Type equal to applet. type equal to maybe other programs also may use in future. That purpose I'm explaining. So in browser window, it is browser window. Suppose it's a monitor. In this browser window, in a browser window, here applet is running. Suppose this part applet, width of the applet, height of the applet, whatever you write here, that according to that it will load. So how many pixels width, how many pixels height, that is applet should be loaded in browser. That is you need to specify here and here. Suppose 400 pixels, 400 pixels, width to 400, height to 400. Then 400 pixels width, 400 pixels height. Applet class loaded and applet type. In future, maybe some other purpose they may use. That is the reason type attribute is there. So this is applet. For this applet, which class? That class name you are write here. How many pixels width? Here you are write. How many pixels height? Here you are write. That is loaded. That purpose we use. Next, fallback. Second one, JSP colon fallback. JSP colon fallback. Note. It is used to specify user-friendly error message. It is used to specify user-friendly error message. The specified error message displayed whenever browser is unable to load an applet. The specified error message displayed whenever browser is unable to load an applet. The specified error message displayed whenever browser is unable to load an applet. The specified error message displayed whenever browser is unable to load an applet. Now, it is used to specify user-friendly error message. It is used to specify user-friendly error message. The specified error message displayed whenever browser is unable to load an applet. If any problem comes, then only. Syntax. It is nothing but catch block type. JSP colon fallback. JSP colon fallback. Only one syntax, because we have tried user-friendly error message and no attributes here. User-friendly error message. User-friendly error message. User-friendly error message. So JSP colon fallback. Error, user-friendly error message. Again close. Here no attributes. Actually, what purpose? See, it is used to specify user-friendly error message. Here user-friendly error message you can specify. This message is displayed whenever browser is unable to load an applet. If any problem occurred while loading, then this error message comes. Otherwise, internal server error, browser error, that type of errors comes. Instead of that, this one, user-friendly error message. Is it over? Next, write it. This action must be used in JSP plugin action only. This action must be used in JSP plugin action only. This action must be used in JSP plugin action only. This action must be used in plugin action only. So it is individually should not write. You must write inside the plugin only. Inside the plugin only or write. So plugin open, plugin close. Here plugin open, plugin close. In between, this is your write. Because this is a specific to plugin only. Next, params. Third one. JSP params. It allows to write JSP param actions. It allows to write JSP param actions. It allows to write JSP param actions. Syntax. So this is param purpose, params required. JSP params. Here also no attributes. JSP param actions. It allows to write JSP param actions. Inside the params, param you can write. Only param directly we cannot write. That's what params. What is the use of param? I'll give. Is it over? Next. Now this action also must be used in JSP plugin action only. This action also must be used in plugin action only. This action also must be used in plugin action only. This action also must be used in plugin action only. So fallback must be inside the plugin. Params must be inside the plugin. Next. JSP param. It is used to specify the parameter name with value. It is used to specify the parameter name with value. It is used to specify the parameter name with value. Syntax JSP colon param attributes. It is used to specify the parameter name with value. Say like this, you can write like this, you can write here some attributes. Attributes. Name equal to parameter name. Value equal to parameter value. Name of the attribute, value of the attribute. Name equal to name of the attribute, value equal to value of the attribute. Name of the attribute or name of the parameter you can call. Attribute also you can call. Name of the parameter or value of the parameter also you can call. So whatever you are specifying here, you can retrieve in JSP. How? I'll show you. Here, name of the attribute or name of the parameter, value of the attribute or value of the parameter. Note on. The specified attribute value, the specified parameter value can be retrieved in the specified attribute value can be retrieved from JSP to applet by using get parameter method of java.applet.applet class. The specified parameter value can be retrieved from JSP to applet by using get parameter method of java.applet.applet class. The specified parameter value can be retrieved from JSP to applet by using get parameter method of java.applet.applet class. The specified parameter value can be retrieved from JSP to applet by using get parameter method of java.applet.applet class. Next, this action must be used in JSP colon params action only. This action must be used in. So what is applet already given? No? An applet is a Java program which resides in server and runs in browser. It's just like a HTML. Instead of applet, we are using HTML because applet is very complicated. See, in HTML, you will write like this: input type equal to text box. Then text box created. Just if you write like this, input type equal to text box created. But this one possible with applet. If you want to write one applet class, you have to write, you have to inherit, you have to write lifecycle method, you have to create object of text field, you have to attach, you have to set size, you have to get the size, you have to set the color, so many things required. But just here one line. That is the reason HTML popular. Instead of applet, HTML, you can use applet. But very complicated as compared to HTML. HTML simple, very simple. Input type equal to text box created. But there text field one class is there. That object we have to create. And applet you have to inherit. You have to override lifecycle method. In that you have to create object. Then you have to call methods. That much code required. That's what applet outdated. Okay. Now just one example. Only code template I'll show you. See. Example. If you want to write applet, see what we required: JSP colon plugin. JSP colon plugin. Like this required. Here type equal to, you have to write applet. Code equal to, suppose applet class name. For example, my applet. Width of the applet. Suppose 400 pixels. Height of the applet. Suppose 400 pixels. Here plugin open tag, plugin close tag. Plugin open tag, plugin close tag. Okay. In between JSP colon fallback. If any problem occurred, this message is going to be displayed. Unable to load an applet. Or some message. See, first this line executed. My applet class loaded into browser memory with 400 pixels width, 400 pixels height as an applet loaded. While loading, if any problem occurred, unable to load an applet. For this applet, if you want to pass any parameter, you can write params. From this param, one parameter you can specify. Name of the parameter, suppose message. Value of the parameter, suppose welcome. Like this you can write. Now, I given notes. Fallback must be in plugin. Params must be in plugin. Param must be in params. Now, this applet is executed in a browser window with 400 pixels width, 400 pixels height. In that applet, this message is going to be displayed. It is JSP. One applet also you have to write. Okay. But applet outdated, no need to learn. Only these actions I given. Write this example. It is not important. Example. Write this one. loaded into browser with 400 pixels width, 400 pixels height as an applet. For that applet, welcome message passed JSP to applet. If any problem occurred, unable to load an applet, message displayed. It is not important. Okay, in future, this plugin tag may be used for other purpose. At the time, you can use. Up to here, actions completed. Total 9 actions. Okay. How many categories of JSP elements? 3. What are those? Scripting elements, directives, actions. How many scripting elements? 4. What are those? Scriptlets, declarations, expressions, comments. If you write a code in scriptlet, where it goes inside the servlet? Inside the service method. If you write a code in declaration, where it goes? Outside the service method. If you write a code in expression, where it goes? As a parameter to out.println method. Okay. If you write comment, ignored. Comment is ignored by the compiler. These 4 elements. Next you studied directives. How many directives are there? 3. What are those? Page directive, include directive, tag lib directive. Page directive, 10 attributes are there. 10 attributes. In that maximum we use only import. Okay. Maximum we use import only. Remaining 9 attributes, very rare situation. Next, include directive is there. Okay. There 1 attribute, file. Tag lib, it is not completed. That is I'll teach while teaching JSTL. Okay. Actions, how many are there? 9. First one, forward, include, forward, use bin, set property, get property, plugin, fallback, params, param. 9 object references implicitly present. JSP of implicit object references. Remembered? What are those? Out, request, response, config, application, page, page context, session, exception. First one, out. Out is a reference of which class? JSP writer. Request is HTTP servlet request. Response is HTTP servlet response. Config is servlet config. Application is servlet context. Page object. Page context only. Session HTTP session. Last one, exception, throwable. Okay, these 9. These all, if you remember, then only you can write programs in JSP. Because here no logic, nothing. Tags, attributes, if you remember, you can write program. Otherwise, not possible. Okay. Here no logic, nothing. And just tag names, attribute name, properties, everything. If you remember, you can write JSP program. These all completed. Next, JSP EL. So, JSP EL is there. JSTL, MVC, reflection API. Okay. This is one class. This is 2 classes. This is 2 classes. This is 1 class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 working days. Okay. Next, JSP EL. Note. JSP EL. Next heading, JSP EL. That's what you attend Angular batch, Selenium batch. Anyhow, Advanced Java is going to complete. So attend both the classes. Angular batch as well as Selenium batch. Those who joined as a for full stack Java course. Okay. Angular and Selenium. These two classes present you attend. And after that, they may arrange spring batch and DevOps, development security operations. Okay, that is also. Those two also you have to attend. If they arrange batches maybe next week or 10 days, after 10 days, attend that one also parallelly. No need to wait. Okay. Then full stack Java is going to complete with all. I think only these four left. Selenium, Angular, Spring, DevOps. Okay, these four courses. That is also, it will take again at least 2 months. At least 2 months required. Tools 1 month required. Spring 1.5 2 months required. That is also. And Angular also maybe 1 month minimum required. Selenium 2 months required. Okay. JSP EL. Note on. JSP EL stands for JSP expression language. JSP EL stands for JSP expression language. Expression language. JSP EL stands for JSP expression language. See, actually without this expression language also we can write programs. You studied expressions. That is replaced with expression language. That's it. JSP EL introduced with JSTL in JSP 2.0 version to simplify the JSP. JSP EL stands for JSP expression language. JSP EL introduced with JSTL in JSP 2.0 version to simplify the JSP. So this concept introduced with this concept in JSP 2.0 version. Whatever you studied, JSP 1.0 you studied. Later 2.0 this is came. JDBC also versions are there. Sowlets also versions are there. JSP also versions are there. But JDBC, Sowlet, JSP updations are stopped. Almost stopped. Updations are not there. Because all are using frameworks only. For learning framework, this knowledge is required. But in software company, only Sowlet, only JSP, no one is using. All are using frameworks. Frameworks requires this knowledge. Okay. That's what they stopped. Updations, very rare situation they are updating. Every 6 years, 5-6 years, they are updating. A little bit they are updating. Updations are very less. But frameworks, frequently they are updating. Suppose if you learn now framework, after 1 year, so many changes will be there in frameworks. And maybe new framework also may comes. That will be happen. Within a 1-2 years gap only, new features and new frameworks may comes. That will be happen. Okay. Frameworks frequently they are updating. Even if you learn framework also, every day you have to update until you get a job. After getting a job also updations required. Compulsory you have to learn. Learning process is not going to end. Okay. That is already core Java class only many times I told. If you want to be in the software industry, after getting 10-20 years experience also you have to learn. It is not going to end. Okay. Even if you have a 10-20 years experience also you have to learn subject. It is not going to end. Lifelong, all are students only in the software industry. That is remember. That's what you should have a more patience to learn subject. Now, JSP EL introduced with JSTL in JSP 2.0 version. What purpose? To simplify the JSP. See here, you observe recently one program you have seen. Login.jsp. You observe this program, same like a Soulet appears. You observe here tags are here HTML, ed JSP. Here tags are not there. You observe every line normal JSP, normal Soulet type. See, total Soulet JDBC type only appearing. Instead of this one, you can make it with JSP EL and JSTL. You can make it more simple. Here, this 47 lines code, just in 10 lines we can write. That to every line tag only appears. Not like this. Every line tag like this type. So this program, we can make it like this with helping of these two concepts. With helping of JSPL, JSTL, this program, this 47 lines program, we can make it just 10 lines, that to this type, tags and attributes type. Every line tag. Okay. Next, write it. JSTL stands for JSP Standard Tag Library. JSTL stands for JSP Standard Tag Library. JSTL stands for JSP Standard Tag Library. Here, JSTL stands for JSP Standard Tag Library. So this concept introduced in 2.0 to make it more simple. Okay. Next, JSPEL can be used independently and it can also be used with JSTL. JSPEL can be used independently and it can also be used with JSTL. JSPEL can be used independently and it can also be used with JSTL. Okay. Now, only JSPL we can write. With JSTL also we can use. Both JSPEL and JSTL both JSPL and JSTL introduced to make JSP as 100% tag based application. Both JSPEL and JSTL introduced to make JSP as 100% tag based application. Both JSPEL and JSTL introduced to make JSP as 100% tag based application. So to make it 100% tag based application, they introduced scriptlets and declarations. Scriptlets and declarations are replaced. with JSTL, and expressions are replaced with JSPEL. Scriptlets and declarations are replaced with JSTL, and expressions are replaced with JSPEL. So instead of scripting elements, if we use JSPEL and JSTL, then JSP becomes 100% tag-based application. Instead of using scripting elements, if we use JSPEL and JSTL, then JSP becomes 100% tag-based application. Instead of using scripting elements, if we use JSPEL and JSTL, then JSP becomes 100% tag-based application. Instead of using scripting elements, if we use JSPEL and JSTL, then JSP becomes 100% tag-based application. So, scripting elements only, normal Java code appears. Directives, tag and attributes are there. And actions, tag and attributes are there. So, whatever you learn, see, you studied 3 categories. JSP elements. You studied scripting elements. Second, you studied directives. Third, you studied actions. You observe, all 9 actions like a tags only is there, no? 9 actions, tag style only is there. Even directives also, tags and attributes are there. Okay. Here, you have seen like this. Example, you have seen JSP : forward. Page equal to, like second.jsp. Like this will write. See, it appears like a tag. Directives. Directives also almost appears like this only, observe. Import equal to java.util.star. It is also appears like a tag, no? But this one only, it appears like a normal Java code. See, this one only, it appears like a normal Java code. See, message bin, MB equal to new message bin. If you write like this, see, it is scripting element. It appears like a normal Java. It appears like a tag and attribute. It appears like a tag and attribute. So, second category, not a problem. Tag style only. Third category, not a problem. Tag style only. Only first category problem. That first category you can replace with expression language and JSTL. Okay. The first category elements, scriptlets, declarations, expressions. Scriptlets and declarations are replaced with JSTL and expressions are replaced with JSPEL. So expression place, you can use EL. Scriptlets and declaration place, you can use JSTL. But what is the benefit? It will become 100% tag-based application. Then every JSP program appears like a HTML program if you use this one. Now, next, the pattern that identifies JSPEL is $open close. The pattern that identifies JSP expression language is $open close. The pattern that identifies JSP is dollar open dash dash close. The pattern that identifies JSP expression language is dollar open dash dash close. Say you already studied expression language, how it appears, normal expression, how it appears, less than what you have tried, percentile equal to Java code percentile greater than. Now this is called expression. This is called expression language. By default, expression language enabled or disabled? By default, expression language enabled or disabled? Enabled. That is one attribute I given. What is the attribute? Is EL ignored? That attribute. Okay. So by default, expression language is enabled in JSP. By default, expression language is enabled in JSP. To disable expression language, use the following in JSP. To disable expression language, use the following code in JSP. Page is EL ignored. True you have tried or false you have tried? Default is false. True we have tried. Ignored true. That means ignored or not ignored? Ignored true. Ignored or not ignored? Ignored. That means enabled or disabled? Disabled. That is confusion is there, but I given clarity. By default, ignored false. Ignored false means enabled. By default, enabled. To disable, use this. By default, expression language is enabled because here false attribute value is a false is default. Here, suppose if you write like this, ignored true, that means ignored or not ignored. If you write like this, ignored means it doesn't work. Doesn't work means disabled. By default, what will be there? False. Ignored false. That means ignored or not ignored? Not ignored. Not ignored means enabled or disabled? Enabled. Not ignored means works. That means enabled. By default, enabled. To make it disable, use this. Where you are tried in JSP program, you are tried this line. Then doesn't work. Now, you studied scripting elements, scriptlet declarations, expressions. In these three, which one we used more? Which one? Scriptlet. Next. Declaration. Expression usage is very less. Scriptlets first. Next, declaration. Next, expression. In expression, maximum will write only operators. Count plus plus, a plus b, a minus b, a greater than b, calling to string method, that type will write. Okay. That's what here operators somewhat changed here. What are the changes came in operators? See. Operator meaning. Here some operators are changed. You observe in previous programs, for printing I value, table program. I value, we used expression. Phi into I, operator we used multiplication. Then we used expression. Plus count, counting number of views, we used expression. Like that, expression place, we used operators. These operators somewhat changed here. First addition, it is no changes as it is. Subtraction, no changes as it is. Multiplication, no changes as it is. Division, it is changed. You can write div. So no need to write operator. You can write div. No need to write this operator symbol. Just if you write div also it works. It is changed, new style. Here MOD, modulo division. Right is all. Say in arithmetic operators, 3 operators as it is not changed. 2 operators changed. Next, relational operators. Less than. Less than LT you can write. Greater than GT you can write. Less than or equal to LE. Greater than or equals to. Logical and. You can write word and. Logical or. Logical not. See, new style, you can write operators. New style. Instead of writing symbols, we can write words. Instead of writing symbols, we can write words. DAV, MOD, LT, GT, LE, GE, EQ, NE, and or not. Okay. How to write JSP expression language in JSP? We'll see next class. Tomorrow I'm not coming. Tomorrow no class. We'll see continuation on Monday. Okay. Tomorrow no class. I'm not coming tomorrow. We'll see continuation on Monday.